Hey, my name is Edwin Bryant, and I'm an author, academic, a pastor, a corporate strategist with a passion to advocate for underrepresented communities. I help to pry open spaces of white privilege and create pathways of equality and belonging for Black, Indigenous, and people of color. Please do me the honor. Click the subscribe button now, right down below this video. Clicking the subscribe button helps us keep this video series going. Hey, I recently received a question from the audience who asked, how do you start conversations about critical race in your organization? Well, keep listening. You're about to find out my answer to your question now. In this video, I'm going to be answering the question, how to start a conversation about critical race theory in your organization. Critical race theory is an explosive topic trending in the news feeds, on the agendas for scholarly think tanks, and within most subgroups of American culture. Conversations on critical race theory are just as explosive in the workplace. In my view, there are a couple ways to start the conversation to limit the collateral damage. First, clarify that CRT is at its core a legal rhetorical term. For example, the American Bar Association defines critical race theory as a verb, not a noun, which means that CRT is a process of interrogating both the public and hidden transcripts to explore the impact of how the framers impacted antebellum South, as well as how centuries of slavery impact now contemporary culture. Many want to remove more than just personal shame from the concept of slavery and racism in our country. That's not a plausible exercise. To wipe away, if you will, the stain of our American history, no matter if it's something we like or not, it's probably more than political move than anything. Let's be clear. CRT is an attempt to rearrange historical facts as they should be to avoid the imposition of shame and guilt on a new generation of Americans. Permit me to also level a critique on Black communities and employees. Take pride in your own history, culture. Do not permit someone that doesn't share your ancestral or genealogical traditions to define for you who you are. You want to shape who you are for yourself, not have that exercise done by others. If Black employees take pride in their own history and constantly avoid code switching to fit in at work, then the inaccurate portrayals of Black communities that are circulated within workplaces will have no more being or bearing. Listen, we only want to make certain that HR professionals, upper management, the C-suite, everyone understands that yes, the conversation will help, but this type of conversation has to start at the top. It starts at legislation. We would want to think that our local politicians and we want to think that public and civic figures can help us manage this conversation. And yes, we can. We can have a conversation, but it takes legislation. So perhaps maybe form an employee resource group at your place of work. Allow the employees to come to discuss, share, air out their opinions, and find out what they really think, because that's the point of clarity. That's the moment of being able to get to the heart of the conversation. Oftentimes, the conversation's avoided about critical race theory because it's so explosive. But if we take the fuse away from it and we allow different opinions, we open up for a diverse way of looking at contexts that have happened, both current and historical. It creates the space for people to feel heard, for them to feel like there's a sense of value, for people to understand that we're talking about an issue, not a particular person. Listen, I guarantee you that if you had that type of conversation, your whole lunchroom, I'll stop there. Listen, if you have that type of conversation, I guarantee you that you'll have conversation trending at your workplace, on social media and otherwise, because your organization is leading the way on what it means to tackle difficult issues. Well, listen, I hope I've answered your question. I hope I haven't upset you too much, but I'm glad if I have, about what my understanding of critical race theory is. But listen, we want to hear from you again. Send your questions. Don't forget, subscribe, like us right at the bottom of this video, and we'll make certain that this video and other series like this continue because of your support. Thank you so much, and we'll see you again on DEI Today.